What's going on, everybody? It's me, Justin, aka Good Will Hunter, and we're back with another hopefully successful out thrifting with me. We already have found something. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let's head on into this Goodwill. Fingers crossed. I haven't been here in a while, but it's been hit or miss. So let's see what we can find. Hopefully some cables, maybe some electronics to sell. But most importantly, we're looking for video game related paraphernalia and games. So let's head on in, see what we can find. All right, just like that, we are back, back at work. I'm gonna go in and eat some lunch, but we did find at least one thing in that Goodwill. It was very interesting going in there today because, as you saw, the cables were on like a pegboard, which they're normally not. They're just in a bin in the back, and these were all bagged. And I'm gonna have to look at the footage, but I want to say they had a price. Not on each one, but just flat out, I think they were like 101, which is normally what cables cost. So, I mean, that was pretty cool because now they're not just a jumbled mess. But in the back where all the electronics were, there wasn't really anything out there. Normally they have controllers and stuff like that hanging, so maybe they're holding on to them or there just weren't any. And I did notice that prices on games, certain video games, were above what the 505 normally is. So in particular, I went through all their games. They had a lot of, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, some Wii games, but nothing of note outside of a copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. No manual, and as you can see on the disc, you can see like the top paint's missing, or whatever they silk screen it with. But the disc is in otherwise probably playable condition. I'll probably get it buffed out. They wanted $7, that's probably not going to show up, but they $696 for this, which normally is $505. And it's probably something I'm gonna probably try to complete, but it's also something I can use for modding. When people brick their systems, there is a way to brick them with a copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. They call it smash stacking, and I've used it on Japanese systems, the Japanese version of this, to unbrick them. Someone tried to mod it and they used the wrong system menu. They used the North American and on a Japanese system, and it just totally kills it. You could still move around in it, but it has all kinds of weird errors. So the only way to fix it is with a copy of this that I know of. I know there's probably other variants of games that you can use, but I have used this. And that was, they had another game called, I want to say it was called like Iron Soldier. It was for the PC, but it was released in 1989 by Ubisoft. This was a Japanese version, and it was on floppies, like 2 floppies, and it came in a rather big jewel case that would hold, you know, I think it's 3¼ inch floppy disks. They were white. It was complete. They wanted $15 for it, and I couldn't find any completed listings or sold listings on eBay for it. I'll do some more research and probably insert something so I can show you what it looks like. But I did see they had Amiga versions that sold for $50, $60. So I don't know if it's still there. You know, when it's half price, I'll probably pick it up because it was interesting. But the other thing I picked up at another interesting thing, while I had all the games I was looking through, you know, I pretty much looked through them all, and I was just kind of going through eBay, looking up this Iron Soldier, and it's not the Jaguar. I think it's the same name. Again, I looked at it briefly. I'll try to insert something. Another guy came in, and he was obviously looking for games. They had 2 N64 games, the Star Wars, I think, Pod Racers, and some Mike Piazza baseball for the N64, and a shitty off-brand clear controller. I don't want to collect N64. I wouldn't collect those games. I hated Star Wars Episode 1, and I don't need any more third-party controllers because they're crap. So I left those, but that was just it. That was my interesting tidbit. So back at Park Ave today, I found a huge bag of Skylanders, and they only wanted $3, $2.92. There's also some other stuff in here, so let's kind of go through it briefly. I know this is probably either going to be a long or a short video. It's like we got a Spider-Man puzzle. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's cute. It's like a little thing of like numbers and stuff, you know. We got kids in the neighborhood, so I'll probably just give those to some of our neighbors. What the fuck is this? It's just like, oh, it looks like it's a blaster. Do you put it on? Yeah, I guess it is. It's for like a kid's hand. Obviously, it's not going to fit me, but maybe it'll fit a kid's hand. Looks to be like a blaster of sorts. It's dead. But yeah, I think that's what it is. Cool. Something from Iron Man. We have a dinosaur head puppet. Was there any other crap in here? Got a top. You spin top. And I think the rest are all Skylanders. I'm not sure what this is. Alright, so this does say Activision, so apparently it's this. That guy. If you don't like Skylanders, you could probably just end the video now. Don't know who that is. They look like they're from all kinds of different sets. I have a couple of the actual whatchamacallits bases. So I'm probably just gonna throw these all together. And just sell it as a lot. You know, I do come across them not that often. I know they're out there and they are very cheap, but I never find them for cheap. So to find all of these like in one shot, it's pretty cool. This is obviously someone's collection and they just got out of it. So I don't know, maybe there's some, I doubt there's anything rare in here. Rare! But I know some of these are the Skylanders Giants. And then some of the base sets. I mean, there's just all kinds of shit. So, I mean, the rest, I think, is nothing but Skylanders. Is there anything of note in here? Like Spyro? Doesn't look to be. I mean, there's like vehicles and shit. I mean, I didn't know they had vehicles. But apparently they did. So maybe that was part of a set. And so they have these ones too. The ones that you can actually combine and make different kinds. Some more giants. I mean, I like the way they look. They look, you know, they're varied, they're different. It's like you have Cortex, right? Is that Cortex? From Spyro? No, from, what is his name? He's the Bandicoot. He's Crash Bandicoot. Look at this guy. He's like a fucking penguin with like gauntlets. He's gonna fuck you up. So yeah, that's about it. These literally are all just Skylanders. I actually didn't think there was that many in here. So that's pretty cool. Little treasure chest. So yeah, $3. Solid if you wanted a collection. I mean, I'll probably just list it locally. 20-30 bucks. I'll throw in what I got at home just to get rid of them. I mean, I could see about maybe taking them to GameStop, but I don't think they really give you anything. And I know my local retro store just literally hates when I bring this type of shit in. Because A, it doesn't move. B, you have to look them all up. What's wrong with this? Looks like they fucked with it. I gotta get new mats in my car. Anywho, that'll have to do it for today. Leave a like below. Leave a comment as well. And as always, keep up the thrift. And I'll thrift with y'all later. And I've just destroyed the inside of my car yet again.